Coming back to you live from my bedrooms, I'm Zach.
And I'm Sean.
And, Sean, how's it going?
Zach, can I level with you?
Yeah, hit me. Hit me with your best shot. Burr, burr, burr. I said hit me with your best shot.
Dang it, I was trying to stay quiet just to, like, let you just keep going with that. But I wasn't ready for you to, like, spike in pitch so suddenly.
Dude. It's my secret singing style.
Oh.
It's a secret technique.
Your SSS?
Yeah.
Secret singing style?
That's it, dude. The triple S.
Wow. Where'd you learn it?
I mean, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
It's okay.
You're like, it's worth it. It's a win-win.
Because then I'll be in heaven and I'll know the secret singing styles, so I'll be able to, sing a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you?
Good song.
Thank you. I wrote it myself.
Oh, yeah? Really? I don't know, Sean. That's a little suspicious if you ask me.
I mean, I don't know. It could. Never mind. I'm good. I'm just. Never mind. I'm tired today. I don't know if you could tell that.
You wrote the cover. Oh, that's what it was.
Oh yeah, I wrote the cover of Hallelujah. That's how covers work.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah, man. Wow. How have you been, Zach? It's been so long since we've spoken.
Dude, I know. It's been like an entire 2 days. It's like...
Yeah. I want to know all the gritty details.
All right, well, let me tell you all about it.
Who have you been pressing lips with these days?
I was gonna say Allison just to troll you, but
yeah, you shouldn't say that because Allison will get really mad.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say it, obviously.
Plus, never mind.
What was that, Sean?
I was just saying, well, like usually you'd probably say me. And then Alice would just get jealous, and then where we'd be at, like... Oh,
I mean, Sean, that's already given. You know that one. Amazing. Well...
Uh-huh.
I want you to know I came very unprepared today, but I do have a topic. Thank goodness for notes on my phone.
This is engaging content.
I was just waiting for you to be done.
Sorry, keep going.
Alright, first I have a story.
A story?
It's
story time with Zach.
Yeah, story time with Zach. Oh. Everyone get your popcorn, get your drinks, get comfy.
Oh my gosh.
And stop talking.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so this is like... The only reason it came to me because, like, it's kind of related, but not really related at all.
Yeah.
But,
my favorite kind of connection.
Yeah.
That is not really there.
So, last night, me, Clay, Jacob, and Anna all watched a horror movie just over Discord. And we all started at the same time, and it was great. And then...
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that. I was supposed to be watching that movie with you guys.
For real?
Yeah!
Sean!
You texted me about it earlier that day. I just 100% forgot about it.
Sean!
Oh my gosh! I need to apologize to Clay. He thinks
I'm offended.
You guys. So am I!
I mean, I didn't even know you were going to show up, and now I'm offended you didn't, so...
Wow, that's messed up, Sean.
Freaking Sean! Past Sean, you suck. Present Sean, you're alright.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. We'll see how future Sean is in a little bit. Anyways, so we're watching this movie, okay? And we're making some jokes, we're having a great time, and then it starts getting actually kind of spooky, so we actually settle down. And then we're watching it, and Anna had been half of the movie, Anna just goes completely silent, right? Like, when you're like, okay, whatever, she's just, like, into the movie. No! Turns out, she has started playing League of Legends. While we were watching this movie.
That's a very Anna thing to do, I gotta say, though.
I agree! And that's the worst part! I'm like, Anna! Stop! I'm like, we planned to watch a movie together, and then and then this was her excuse, okay? Anna, I'm sorry, I'm calling you out here, but she was like, I was still watching the movie on my other monitor. I'm like, no! I'm like, okay. So, actually, I had something else to talk about. This is what I want to talk about now, Sean. I'm freaking riled.
Wow. You're all riled up now.
Okay. Watching a movie. Now, you're the worst person to talk about this with, which is terrible. Because I am a firm believer that there is watching a movie, and then there is socializing with a movie.
Yes.
And I feel like when Anna says watch a movie, we're not watching the movie. And that goes for you as well.
Okay. Let me just say this for Anna. I assumed she was asleep.
Well, I mean, that's a good assumption, and, you know, I would have thought that too until we decided, let's all play a game of League of Legends together, and she was in a game for 25 minutes!
let me just say, also, to help Anna out here, she wasn't really socializing in the movie. She was completely ignoring the movie and doing something else, which is what she normally does.
And there's that. There's let's turn a movie on, and then I will pretend it's there.
Okay, now let me defend myself a little bit.
No.
Because
this isn't about you, Sean. This is my podcast.
What I do is not socialize during a movie. I don't socialize at all. I don't believe in that.
You socialize with the movie.
Exactly. I am fully focused on the movie. I am just ripping it to pieces the whole time.
See, okay. So let's talk about the correct way to watch a movie, shall we?
Please, yeah, go ahead.
Because, like I said, I am a firm believer. When you want to watch a movie, you watch the movie, and I feel like the only way to enjoy a movie is to like invest in the movie. Like, I can't just sit down with a movie on, or like, and then just like pretend or talk to people or pretend it's not there. Because like, then what's the point of it even being there? Like, we could just sit here talking. Like, if we're gonna watch a movie, watch the dang movie. That's how I enjoy movies, and I'm pretty sure that's how Clay enjoys movies. Like, me and Clay, we have movie nights all the time because we're the only people we can watch movies with. And we talk about this all the time. We're like, man, I'm so glad Sean's not here tonight. He'd be ripping this to shreds.
Oh, it's good to know you guys care.
Yeah, of course. So, Sean, as someone who doesn't watch movies, tell me, am I just wrong?
No. Here's what I'll say. I think, at least for me, if I am watching a movie with a group of people, then I will be ripping it to shreds.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just generally what happens. Even when I'm at a movie theater, I went and saw Frozen 2 with my family.
Dude, I like that movie. Good movie.
It was all right. But I was sitting next to my brother and my sister, and I was just like, I mean, I wasn't talking a ton because we're in a movie theater, obviously. I wasn't doing it like I do at Clay's.
Sean,
that's
you
that's
are
just
that guy in the movie theater.
But I was whispering occasionally, and when we came out of it, my brother was just like, that movie was way more interesting because Sean was there.
Okay, that is an amazing take. I'm so glad you said that. Because if that was me sitting next to you,
yeah,
I wouldn't have said anything. I probably would have laughed here and there at like some stupid joke you whispered. But part of me would like, I wish Sean would just shut up and watch this movie. Question. Does your personality affect how you watch a movie?
Yes. Well, here's the thing. I've been ruined.
I've been ruined.
I've been because I got introduced to something called Mystery Science Theater 3000. Okay, and
that thing, of course. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's a TV show from the 90s. Well, it was on for a while. And the whole point of the TV show was they would watch some lame B-roll movie and just make fun of it the whole time. And that's what every episode was. You just watch the movie and they make fun of it. I got ruined because of that. So
it all makes sense. It all makes sense now. It's all coming together.
Yeah, and then that got compounded by just straight up internet culture. You know, you got How It Should Have Ended. You've got honest trailers. Everything Wrong With. Like all these different things that's just like tearing these movies to pieces, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what I became. Like, for the most part, I would say most movies, like the general public of movies that most people see, I mean, they can be fun and cool and whatever, but they don't interest me enough. And so I'm just going to make it fun for myself.
So what you're saying is you only care about yourself and everyone around you is just there.
Yes.
Of course.
Well,
perfect.
Well, that's always. Wait, why is this something strange?
This is new?
This is obvious. No.
So I'm trying to like think of which is worse. Tearing a movie apart or just ignoring the movie altogether. Because part of me is like the movie doesn't need to be on if you're just going to ignore it. But then at least I can still enjoy the movie. But if Sean's over there making fun of this movie, then I don't even get to watch the movie. But I am watching the movie.
Oh, you totally get to still watch the movie.
I mean,
because I'm still paying attention.
I mean, you get to watch the movie, but like...
You're not
a scene that would be suspense is no longer suspense. Or a scene that was supposed to be like really touching or really sad is no longer touching or sad. So you might as well not be watching the movie.
I'm just so jaded, I guess. Like I just like the feelings that they're trying to get across many times, they just don't get across to me. Like
Sean.
Some like they have
Sean.
Yeah.
Sean. You know why they don't get across to you?
Tell me.
Because you don't let them.
I
when you make fun of a movie for 80% of it, the 10-20% that has meaning isn't gonna have any meaning for you. It's just like when Anna's like, this isn't even scary. That's because she was on her phone for the last 10 minutes and doesn't know what just happened, and all the suspense that was building up to that moment wasn't there.
Let me defend myself slightly. Not on that point. I agree with you there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll totally give you that. What this can do is I appreciate many movies that other people do not appreciate at all.
Okay. Let's name a few here.
I mean, like there's some great, like there's movies that the general public really likes. There's Avengers. There's even within horror movies, there's like Insidious. There's the ones that people have seen, you know.
Yep.
But there's also on one side of this, I'd say truly good movies that no one has seen. For instance, The Tall Man. I shut up during that movie because it actually interested me. That seem fair?
But on the other end, that was just a really good movie.
Yeah, exactly. If it is a really good movie, I'm going to pay attention.
Okay, fair.
On the other side of that, there is absolute trash movies, such as The House. Was that what that was called? It wasn't actually. I don't remember. It wasn't actually trash, but like some of those really just stupid movies,
like the pond where they were going for like 3 days straight.
See, everyone could say that is a dumb movie, and I think the general public would say that's not worth watching.
Okay, I think that movies like that are acceptable to like tear apart. Because that's where the true enjoyment comes from those movies, because they're so bad, right?
Right. But if you're only tearing apart those movies, then I think that's kind of, I don't know if hypocritical is the wrong word or the right word. maybe it's too narrow-minded, because then you're only going after what everybody else thinks is bad.
So, but that's where the enjoyment comes from watching a bad movie, because you know it's so bad.
Right. And that's
if
why
you're
I also
watching
go
a
after
decent
mediocre
movie,
movies.
there's no.
That's why I also go after mediocre and slightly good.
No, you can't go after slightly good. If they're good, they're good.
Are they? Last horror movie I watched with you guys was that Annabelle movie, I think.
And it was good.
It was all right.
Well, Sean, that's because you were making fun of it the whole time.
No, it's because it's like the same cliche as everything else. It's the same story that's been told a million times.
Just because it's a cliche doesn't mean it's bad.
I agree with that. But it was done in the same way. Like, I don't know. Like, there's nothing...
Let's go to every fantasy universe ever.
Well, I mean, yeah. There's nothing that changed it up, really. In my opinion. Obviously, like, whatever.
Alright, that's fair.
Yeah, like, that's just how I feel.
See,
sometimes.
my argument for that would be, I thought that movie had really good suspense. While the, like, initial, like, when you actually, like, see the demon and stuff, like, that was a little cheesy. But, like...
Yeah.
But the suspense in that movie was really good.
I do agree with that. Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff with, like, getting into the room, just little things moving around. Yeah.
Wow, we are actually... This is perfect. This is actually what I wanted to talk about before my whole ramble about how to watch a movie.
Cool, we've gotten back around.
I want to talk about horror.
Yeah.
Because I love horror, and we've talked about it a little bit before, I think, last semester. But it's been a while, and I just love it so much. It's time to talk about it again. What makes horror? Like, because I'm going to argue that the best part of horror, for me, is the suspense.
Yes.
It's not what comes after. It's not the jump scare or the chase scene. It's the build-up to that.
Well, it's kind of like what we talked about before with the Uncanny Valley. It's because I think truly great horror knows that the scariest thing a person can experience is within their own mind. They're going to make it up for themselves. And as soon as you show what it is, that is gone. Now we know what it is. So
right, it's the fear of the unknown, right?
Exactly. Even if it is truly terrifying, even if it is something we've never seen before, that's truly out there, like, just the fact that we can see it and we can label it kind of makes it lose something, which is unfortunate because that makes it really difficult to make good horror.
It's like why kids are scared of the dark, right?
Yeah.
Because of the unknown. Like, yes, you know that, like, that's your, like, clothes in the corner or something. But because it's dark, you don't know it is. Like, it could be something else. Like, So my question with that is, you said, like, once you're able to see it, it loses something. What about situations where, like, say you end up seeing the monster or whatever, and it is still absolutely terrifying? Like, it's as bad as you imagined. Have you had that? Because, like, I've seen, like, very few, like, there's been, like, very few things that, like, holy crap, that's as terrifying as I thought it was. But when it happens, it's like, dude, that's, like, exactly what I thought it was in my mind, and I hate it.
I don't know if I can say that I've had that experience. I can't really think. I think kind of what I was talking about with the cliche of Annabelle or any of those movies like that is I know the premise. It's a ghost and a doll or a demon, whatever. Like, I get it. And I understand that. So even when I don't see it happening yet, I'm still just like, I know what this is.
Right.
But I think the greatest experiences I've had with horror is when it's completely thrown me for a loop. The Forest was pretty good. The Tall Man, in some ways, was very good at that.
We just watched The Forest.
Right? Like, what else? Doki Doki Literature Club, where you think it's one thing. What I think the greatest horror, for me at least, is when I think it's one thing and it rips that away and changes it to another thing. A great twist like that is what makes... Or in the case of The Forest, just good psychological horror always does it for me. I just like, because like I said, like the greatest horror is within your own brain, and in the forest you cannot trust your own brain.
Right. I think another thing that works really well for me, at least, is basically when it tells you what's going to happen in the very beginning. But like, say you know someone's going to die or something, but it doesn't happen till the very, very end. But throughout the entire movie, you get glimpses of hope that yes, you're going to overcome this, right?
Oh, yeah,
And then
yeah.
and then in the end, they don't.
They're unable to, just like have, well, I think that also goes along with that kind of that ripped away sensation, giving like showing what's going to happen, giving the smallest bit of hope throughout that this, you could get out of
And
this,
then just ripping it away.
and then ripping that away and just leaving you, I guess that makes you just feel devastated.
Yeah.
Which we like, apparently.
So, we actually watched The Forest last night.
Okay.
And apparently we had all seen it before, but like we had all forgotten about it. But there's this scene where like she's standing at the doorway to a basement, and it's just blackness, and it was a scary scene. Like all you just see her silhouette and darkness, pretty much. And then
Right.
she starts walking down the stairs, and the camera transitions to like the bottom of the stairs and shows her walking down. And that scene was no longer scary. And
Wait. Repeat it again. I need to understand.
okay, so she was standing at the top of the stairs, looking down into the basement. Okay,
Right.
and the camera's like behind her, so you just see her back, and it's just like darkness. You can't see anything, and it was scary. Like there was some ominous music. It was just this creepy, like there's this blackness. You have no idea what's down there, right? So she starts walking down the stairs, and the camera angle changes. So the camera's at the bottom of the stairs, watching her walk down now.
Oh.
And that scene was no longer scary. She was just walking down some stairs with some ominous music. It's like that sense of horror was ruined instantly.
Just by the change of the camera.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it had to do with the lighting, for me at least.
Yeah.
Was because the initial lighting was complete almost complete darkness. It was just then it changes, and you can tell there's a light, like down on in the basement, and it's having this like orangish light, and I feel like that ruined it so much for me. And then like it turns, and you see there's a tent in the basement, and that's where the light's coming from. And even seeing that tent, I wasn't very scared, which was weird.
So let me ask you this, because the change of the camera really, maybe it ripped you out of the moment. Was the camera like kind of? You said it was like behind her looking down, right?
Kind of. You're mostly just seeing the doorway to the basement, and it was like dark.
Oh, okay. So it was just the imagery, because I was wondering like if the camera had followed maybe like right behind her, so you could see like
that would have got me. That would have got me.
And just it was kind of shaky, as if it was a person, and you're just basically seeing through her eyes. Would that have been much better?
Oh yeah, 100%. And if that soft light slowly came into view as she like got farther down the stairs, yeah, like that would have been more scary. Because it's interesting, because like, I've always talked about how like, music and sound is so important to horror, right?
Yes.
And I still 100% stand by that. But in this circumstance, the music didn't change. Like the music was still like a creepy music, but when the camera angle changed and the lighting changed, that music was no longer that scary to me.
I wonder if it sort of ripped you out of the movie in some ways. Like it ruined the immersion in a way. Maybe at the time you felt somewhat like you were there with her, but the change of the camera reminds you, oh, this is a movie. Do you think that could be part of it?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of it, that could have been it. And like I said before, I think the lighting, like having that warm lighting, just ruined the immersion.
Interesting.
Because, like, the unknown is scary. I'm expecting that basement to be this dark, creepy place, and then there's this warm light coming from it all of a sudden. It's like, okay.
Right. Huh.
So I don't know. Do you have any last thoughts about horror before we wrap this up?
No, I think we covered it pretty well. I really think it's the unknown, and it's the possibilities that your own brain can come up with, versus you have to find a way to balance it, because obviously your movie or whatever you're doing has to have some kind of enemy or something they're fighting against, even if it is their own brain. And so you need to find a way to balance that, like playing with the audience's unknown, like just letting their imaginations run wild, versus making things
forcing
happen
it upon them.
Yeah. Because you need to keep it going, obviously. If it slows down too much, it's just going to die.
Right. I don't know where I heard this. I don't know if it was a quote or something, but it was like, basically, your mind, is like capable of scaring you far more than anything real.
Yeah, 100%. I dig it.
Nice. So in the comments, tell us what you find scary and how you watch movies, and tell me why I'm right. And Sean should
I am right.
Suck it.
You suck it.
Suck it.
Suck it.
Beautiful. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm still Zach.
And I'm still Sean.
And we'll see you next time.
I'm really tired of homework. I think that it will make me shirk. I don't know what shirk could possibly mean. I just tried to rhyme. I need a bean. That's good.
You take that back. Your face is square.
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
I'm sorry.
You know I'm sensitive about that, man. Gosh dang it. Oh my gosh.
How dare they change us into squares? Like, man, I enjoyed my circle. Dang it, Discord.
What should we do?
We should write a letter, Sean. That's what we should do. I'm gonna write a letter.
Oh yeah, a letter. Yes, that's much
a strongly worded email.
Than my idea. Murder. Smash.
Oh, Sean, that's for later.
Like tonight?
Sean, you can't just tell everyone what is happening. Oh my